Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of The Work Shoot Show. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Lyn and Burton, joined by your other host, Mr. Peter McGinn. Pete, how you doing, brother?
Doing fantastic. We're coming off the back end of an incredible week of wrestling. One that I think stood above the rest, and one pay-per-view that really surprised me. So I'm really looking forward to talking what happened and what came through this week.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. This is episode 42. Ecstatic. Shout out to everybody who's been with us for 42 weeks. Now, our brother Pete, as you know, what we talked about last episode, is going to Vegas, and he has a trip to Austin. Pete, when will you be back from the Austin trip?
That's gonna be like the last like day of July.
Okay, so
I'm back August.
Pete will be back August, but don't worry. In that time period, as I talk to him, we're gonna have some guest hosts come through, and we're gonna be discussing things while he's away. And if there's some pay-per-view, which I don't think there will be, we will get his predictions. He'll text them through, and we'll discuss them. But excited for Pete because he'll get that break, that mental cleanse.
R&R.
Yeah, that I just got from the beach, which was necessary, and I'm excited. As y'all notice, I'm wearing my wave cap, so when I take it off, the brother gonna be floating. I'm gonna have some waves. But yeah, Pete, we got a lot to discuss. I'm gonna ask you because I texted you. We got some news things. We do have Forbidden Door and Money in the Bank, and then we have the state of WWE and AEW to talk about, just to lead us into the pay-per-views that are upcoming. Do you want to start in the past, the news, or the present?
Let's start with the past because I think we did do some predictions.
Yes, we did.
So we give an update. All
right, take it away, sir.
So for Money in the Bank, we had 5 matches that we predicted on. I went 2 and 3. You went 3 and 2. We both got Chad Gable incorrect, which in my mind, I still think
it was a mistake.
Oh wait, am I looking at the right one? Hold on.
If they got I think we predicted Forbidden Door. I don't think we predicted.
I was looking at the wrong one. We did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because like Sami Zayn fought fucking
Braun Breaker. Yeah,
we didn't do predictions. But just I guess touching on that.
Yeah, we could do Money in the Bank first, and then look at our Forbidden Door predictions.
So we didn't do predictions for Money in the Bank. I think at the time we didn't have like all the matches and stuff.
And I was going to the beach, so yeah, that was that time.
Really surprised by Braun not winning.
Yeah, like that kind of took me away because it's like you're building him as this next Brock Lesnar, but I guess they didn't want him to get the attitude that Brock Lesnar got from winning so early, or like how his uncle was when he won a lot. Like I think they're really trying to make sure he's stable mentally before they give him the world because he's very young, and we know by next year, Braun Breaker will be a champion.
I mean, I'd like to be a champion
this year. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I love Sami's great, but like Sami doesn't need to hold this belt. Like,
not that long.
I think putting it on Braun would make way more sense. And not only that, Braun losing clean.
That was weird to me. But
also weird. We're like, I feel like if Braun, like, if he kept fucking up or something like that, like he lost the match, I feel like that would have been completely different. I don't think he lost the match. I think Sami just won.
And see, you want to know what I think? And I agree with you. At the time, I thought I was like a haluva kick. But then as I was going through the week and after watching Raw, I think that was more so respect to Gunther, to your guy. Because I think by beating Braun Breaker, this new upcoming heel, this monster with the haluva kick, it shows why it like adds validity to Gunther's loss more so.
I get that for sure.
And I think that's what it was for, to make it to where, because if Braun loses, it's like, oh damn, Gunther lost that. Like, what the fuck?
But like, okay, if Braun doesn't win, who's taking off Sami? Like, is Sami gonna hold his belt for a year? Like,
I think Sami loses at SummerSlam because they did bring back Braun to come back at him. I think it might be a triple threat with Braun, your guy, Ilya, and Sami. And I think that will trigger Ilya versus Braun after SummerSlam. That's my prediction as of now.
I could see Sami losing in a three-way.
That way it doesn't hurt him. He doesn't have to pin Sami type shit. So
yeah. Okay. I would say overall though, for this pay-per-view, I was pretty disappointed.
I was about to say this is the worst Triple H pay-per-view of the year.
it was like there were some parts that were like good,
but some were just bad.
Some were bad. For as much as like the women's one was really wonky.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe Stark missed like a really easy, like off the rope spin move, and like
she's not as good as I thought at first. Like,
I still think she's good. I don't know if it's like nerves, but like it's not like she missed the target by like a few inches. She missed them by like
a lot.
I'm just like, what's going on? And it's really hard to live up to like the Io Sky handcuffing moment.
The people who were in there. Yeah.
Not only do I think is that the best spot ever for a women's Money in the Bank, I think it's like a top like 3 or 4 Money in the Bank spot ever. It was just genius how she won last year. Chelsea Green though, essentially dying.
Bro, that was like, crazy.
I was like,
that was the best spot of that match.
I was like, there's no way they're doing this spot. And I was like, this is Jeff Hardy TLC.
Yeah.
I was like, she's gonna get fucked up. And like,
because literally during the match, during the men's one at least, I thought, man, Jeff Hardy, Edge, and the Dudleys really set the bar so high that I don't know what people could do in 2024 to equal. Because to that point, I was looking at Chad Gable hold on to the thing instead of falling. I was like, oh, they're doing the Jeff Hardy spot where Jimmy Uso's gonna spear him, but no, they let him fall. But to your point, the Chelsea Green, I was like, okay, that's classic TLC. And I think that match went right because even though Chelsea didn't win, she got over, which like super over. And then it's not like they let Naomi win or Zoe Stark. They let the person who should have won win, which is Tiffy in the Bank, baby.
Tiffy, I know Chelsea Green was Canadian, so it makes sense that she's in this match. And I was like, she had the second biggest pop behind Tiffany.
And like we always say, when if the person from the home state loses, at some point during the match, someone from the home country will win. And we saw that happen.
Yeah. There was also a 6-spot. Io Sky did a Michinoku driver onto it was Zoe. That spot was sick as well. Even though there was a few botches in the women's match, I did really enjoy it. The men's match, it was also okay, but each match has got less than 17 minutes,
which is weird.
It was short. I love Drew's spot where like you thought Jay was gonna win and he just threw the ladder at him. Great spot. It reminds me of like when Roman was going for the spear and Braun Strowman just threw the chair at him. Like, I'm strong. I could throw this at you. That was
also to me, the best people in this match were Chad Gable and Andrade.
100%.
Bro, the freaking sunset powerbomb on Mello onto the thing. Like, Mello didn't get as many offensive spots, but my God, his selling he made Andrade look like a monster.
Yeah. Even though Andrade had a 0% chance to win. I think he was the MVP of this match. Like
and then I go Mello, and not Mello. Then I go Chad Gable second because Chad Gable suplexing people in the ladder, suplexing the ladder into people. That dude, I'm so happy that Triple H now, because we're seeing Chad Gable really get some momentum, and he will win because I don't know if you saw on Monday Night Raw when they were talking about the Wyatt Six coming after him. He was talking to the Creeds and Ivy now, baby. They're about to make them a faction. And I'm sorry, Wyatt Six, but y'all might lose y'all first war to fucking Chad Gable.
I hope they don't.
I hope they don't either. But it's like, man, the Creed and Chad, like Chad's so hot and you put him with the Creeds. But I think Chad could take a loss and let the Wyatts win because when he comes back, whenever him and the Creed start to win, he won't lose.
See, I think I would prefer like if the Wyatt 6 won and then but like Gable won.
Okay.
So like, Gable beats like Bo Dallas or whatever.
But they win as a group. Yeah.
Like, the Creeds can lose. Like
exactly. Yeah, like, the Creeds definitely can lose. 100%. 100%. Anything else from the match? Because I saw people. Let me ask you, because I guess this can transition us into more of it because there's not really more individual spots from the men's thing. Are you upset like others that Drew won the money and the people are saying it's a wasted cash in? And I'm like, y'all, bro, let me get your perspective because I don't want to insult you for what I'm about to say.
Okay, because you will. I thought the cash in was awful. Terrible. it's like the wrestlers like Seth Rollins was fine. Like he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
So like he turns into a triple threat match. It's like, why? Like there's still like a very healthy Seth Rollins in action. Like this doesn't like logistically doesn't make sense. And then like lo and behold, you get screwed over. It's like, wow, who could have seen that coming? I feel like they're like playing the CM Punk screws them over a little too much.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was really, really bad.
See, I'm okay. I am on the. That's why I'm glad I let you go first, because I didn't want to insult you for what I was about to say. I'm on the other side. You gave better reasons than what I saw on Twitter. I think the reasons of Seth being healthy, no need to turn into a triple threat, and overplaying CM Punk, those are two good reasons. The reasons I saw on Twitter, people are being stupid. My thing is this. I understand the idea of a failed cash-in, but let me ask you, as of now, we know that Gunther is at SummerSlam. We know that is happening. And I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to lose anytime soon. So my question to you is, if you're the Money in the Bank, you know that you have a champion on SmackDown that's not about to lose. And if he does, it's happening to someone from the Bloodline or Randy Orton. It's not happening from no one of these Money in the Bank people. You know LA Knight's facing Logan Paul, so you can't really have LA Knight winning there. You just said Andrade, it ain't happening for him now. Melo's too young. So let me ask you, you know that Gunther's about to battle Damian Priest, and we're assuming Gunther will win, or even if Damian Priest wins, we know that there's Finn Balor to screw him. There's storyline there with both champions. I just think this is the 1 year where you didn't need anyone besides Drew winning the Money in the Bank. I think would have hurt the person that won instead of helping, because the champions aren't losing anytime soon. And just to add, I think by doing this, you put Drew and Punk. Honestly, Drew and Punk can main event SummerSlam for how big this is without a title. Because let me be honest, if Cody fights solo, I don't think that's bigger than, unless Roman Reigns is coming back, which we will discuss, which I do think he is. I don't think that's, even then with Roman Reigns coming back, I don't think it's bigger than Drew and Punk. Drew and Punk is the best storyline in wrestling right now.
I just think what people are forgetting is you can hold this Money in the Bank contract for a year.
For a year. Yeah, like, you're right.
How much shit changes in wrestling?
No, you're right. That's a good counter. I'll agree to that.
Or it's just like, you don't have to rush this. Like, it's the looming threat of you having the Money in the Bank is enough to create drama, to create suspense. And I just, if you wanted Drew to not win the belt or whatever while cashing in, I think that's fine, but I don't think in the sense
it should have happened that night.
It's just like, it's like too soon, trying to, like, I don't know, capture the moment in a jar. And it's just like, it's just too much going on at once. And now we have like Rollins sort of beefing with CM Punk. I'm like, I don't want this.
See, okay, on the other side of that, I do like the long term, because I watched the documentary that came out, and the plan was always CM Punk Rollins. And I just think by doing that, I don't think it'll be Drew, Seth, CM Punk as a triple threat. I don't think that'll be the outcome. You think it will?
I do.
Okay. I think you have to do Drew and Punk by themselves. But let's not forget, there's a pay-per-view called Bad Blood in October.
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta, exactly. That's another reason why I think Cody's staying the champion until then, because like what? So you have Drew and Punk main event SummerSlam. You started at SummerSlam, and then when you get to October, you can have Punk and Rollins ready to go. Or if you want to continue Drew and Punk, I don't know. I'll be upset if it's a triple threat, because I think both feuds deserve their individual matches. Because if you throw Drew and Seth together, it's like, They have beef because of the championship, but it's so personal between them and Punk. But maybe if you have the triple threat, they're so focused on Punk, make that Punk can take advantage. I don't know. But I will say I am on the side of, I like that everything that went on with Drew and Punk. I am not hating the cash in, but talking to you made me understand the other side 100%.
I don't know. I think cashing it in on the same day needs to have, like, it was that one time where, you know, like Seth beat Roman, and then
everybody was beat up,
and then Dean cashed in on like Seth, and it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like that moment was perfect.
or the heist of the century. Like both Brock and Roman were
that was
defeated.
what? That was the heist of the century was at WrestleMania. They waited 9 months for that to happen. It's like, you know.
Wait, I thought he won the same night that did he not? Or am I tripping?
The heist of the century was Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, 100%. When did he win the Money in the Bank for that? Was that no? Because he lost to Randy Orton. Or I don't know. Because I think he lost to Randy Orton earlier in the night, so he might have won the Money in the Bank before. I think you are right.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, picking and choosing your moments need to. I just didn't like how it was executed. Essentially, what it comes down to, where I think it's you have these storylines that you can build up, and in case somebody might get hurt.
True.
And when somebody gets hurt, the storylines get switched, and then let it wait. If it's not the perfect moment the same night, don't force it. And I felt like they forced it.
Also, I'll say this: that match also had some other issues because Damian Priest definitely lost, and he did not kick out. I think
that was the botch. The botch on the.
I was listening to everybody. People think he was knocked out because
he did look a little
his
zonked.
Fingers, like Bully Ray was looking at his hands after it happened, and when Drew's music, it wasn't Damian getting up; it was Damian seeing if he could move, like type shit. So that was weird, I'll say. And in old WWE, when Vince was in charge, if that would have happened, Damian was losing. Like they were counting to 3. This is the first time I've seen that happen in this new Triple H regime, which is interesting.
I thought I missed something.
Me too.
I was watching it, but I was like eating
on my phone type shit. Yeah.
And so I was like, I didn't see him. Like, was his foot under the rope? I'm like, no, he's in the middle of the ring. Like, what did I miss? Yeah, that was weird. Like, if you get zonked, like if you got like dazed or whatever, like I get it. It happens. It was
happens. Yeah,
it was just weird in the moment.
100% weird in the moment. I will say, as a Cody fan, wearing the shirt, his worst match of the championship, easily.
Ooh, was this the worst
of his reign since WrestleMania? I think this was his worst match.
It
sucks because it was a triple threat. It was it's not a tag team, yeah, for sure. But people say that I'm a Cody shill, and I just want to be honest, Pete, because there's fans of this pod. They're like, "Oh, Lennon won't call Cody out." I'm saying it right now. Whereas even the Mellow match with him on SmackDown was better than this. But to your point, it's a tag team.
I just thought the match was kind of mid.
Bad, yeah. It wasn't good all around.
Tanga Loa misses a low blow and punches his brother in the head.
I see why he is not wrestling, why they put Jacob Fatu ahead of him, and how he's just the guy that stands on the side like the manager.
That was the same thing with Gorillas of Destiny. Like, Tama Tonga did all... It was always Tama Tonga on like the cameras. Like,
real.
It was Tonga Loa was never like the focal point of Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah, he definitely seemed washed.
When it was the G1, it was always Tama Tonga. It was never Tonga Loa. Like,
and I think they're waiting for Hikuleo to take that spot because like that dude there, Tonga Loa. I don't. If they need all of them to wrestle in War Games, I don't know how he gonna do it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I guess. Let's see what else.
Jacob Fatu's amazing.
Whatever.
Like I'll say that.
Oh no, yeah, incredible. He's a star, absolute star in the making. But I guess just overall, just like
mid pay-per-view.
Money in the Bank is probably my 3rd favorite WWE.
Oh, okay.
And this was like mid, maybe one of the worst in
worst
years.
of the Triple H era, man. It legitimately is. Like it was not good.
Yeah, like normally he does even like the the Royal Rumble where like if the men's is bad, the women's is good. This is just like the women's was like it had its moments, but like I wouldn't say it was good.
The men's had its moments, but I won't say it's good.
It wasn't good. The best match was
what is it? Sammy and Braun?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Like that was a good match, but like if the best match of the night is that, and it's like I don't know, I would give it like a 3.
I was thinking 3.5, legit,
something like that. Like
this pay-per-view is like a 2.53, honestly, overall.
Yeah, but like the biggest moment was probably John Cena telling people he's retiring. Like,
facts.
That was like,
and it wasn't even like I'm retired. It's like, oh, I'm retiring, but I got all next year. Don't worry.
Which is cool because I'm going to WrestleMania 41. So I'll be there for his last WrestleMania that he's wrestling in.
So yeah, he's gonna wrestle all of 2025.
Who do you want him to his last match to be?
I don't think the last match will be at WrestleMania. I think it'll be, probably in Boston at the end of the year. That's interesting because the person that I would have wanted is not in WWE anymore with Edge. So if it's not Edge, it's got to be Orton, right?
I know he's old and rusty and everything, but it's like if he could do one more match, Kurt Angle,
ooh, that would be great. I know,
like that's what started the ruthless aggression. Like
I know John wants to wrestle Cody to put Cody over as the super baby face, but I don't think like saying that, oh, Cody's the new John Cena. That's basically what I've been hearing the rumors of. Like John really wants to wrestle Cody to give him that, but I don't think that should be his last match because I think that'll affect Cody negatively. If like Cody wins that,
no,
if you don't think so,
if you lose the John Cena,
no, I'm saying no, I'm not. No, I agree with you, but I think that John wants to put him over in the sense of Cody's the new star, and I don't want John's last match to be, oh, Cody wins and now he's super Cody and everybody will be upset. I agree with you. I think he should lose, but I don't think John wants that to happen. So his last match, I would love John to win and beat Randy Orton because that's John's Joker. Like give Batman his Joker to do his final match.
For sure.
So
for sure.
That's who would you want? Who's your pick? Yeah, you said Kurt Angle. Yeah, Kurt Angle.
Well, like I know I don't think he like physically can
do it. Like, yeah, I don't think so either.
I think in another time, another day where he was, if he could, I would want him that. But like, yeah, Edge I can't do that.
Edge can't. That's what I said. I would have loved Edge, man.
Cody's fine. Like
Cody's not bad. I could take Randy. Randy's would be cool. Fine too.
But like also
they have
like
history.
You want to get one more belt, like
Cody.
I guess he could like I don't know. He could take it off Gunther or something. I don't know. He's like he can go anywhere.
Oh, because he did say he wants to wrestle Gunther in that year at some point during that year.
That would be
great.
Big match. John and Gunther would absolutely kill it. But before we move to AEW, I just gotta give a shout out. NXT Heatwave was so
my gosh. Good. See, I thought we were going to talk about that overall WWE, but you're right. That's a past thing. Let's discuss. Ethan Page, my boy.
Bro, this whole
the whole pay-per-view was great, honestly.
I turned it on. I was like, you know what? Like, I'll watch it. I had nothing going on that night.
You made a good decision.
Like, I was like, the main event's probably gonna be lit, but like, is everything else gonna be good? Yes. Yes, it was. Like,
bro, NXT arguably is the best wrestling show on TV. Like, it's up there.
I'm getting invested in NXT. Like, I've been invested in NXT since Black and Gold, and
I've been watching for the past 4 months on Tuesdays since Mello and Ilias were doing their thing before Trick took over. It's been great, bro.
And who just pinned Sean Spears the other day? My boy, say his name and
Joe Hendry.
Bro,
yes,
Joe Hendry is. We have a thing like our Discord where like even the people who don't watch wrestling know who Joe Hendry is.
That's awesome.
Like his just like clapping me.
Let me ask you, because Jordan Grace's contract ends in January. Joe Hendry should be ending sometime next year. Is WWE just poaching TNA?
I mean, yes, they are.
I think TNA is going to be so salty when it happens. They don't see it yet, but the fans know.
They see it. They see
you think they know? Okay.
They're not dumb.
Fair.
They are not dumb. But it's like one of these things where it's like, okay, if you know Joe Hendry is leaving after his contract, so
let's milk it.
Milk it for everything. Try to get new eyes onto the product to see
people
what
are
else
watching TNA now. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's a win-win for both sides. Where it's like, you can't. I mean, maybe they try to re-sign him. They'd be dumb too.
Yeah, because Joe Hendry would be dumb to go back. Joe Hendry, his stock is huge.
I think Jordan Grace, if she came to WWE, would also be like an absolute massive star. She's great.
When she comes, that WWE women's division is going to be nuts because Julia's about to head there, and this was part of the news segment.
Yep.
Might as well do it right now. Stephanie, I know Tony Khan's pissed. Stephanie Vaquer did not choose AEW. She is going with her best friend Julia to WWE. And when you add Jordan Grace, that women's division is nuts, brother.
Not only their women's division, their NXT
women's division. Yeah, facts.
Is
nuts.
insane.
Because all of those women on NXT are in Kaylani Jordan, who just won. Sol Ruka. See, Dave Meltzer, I tweeted this. Dave Meltzer is being fake because he was like, oh, this Sol Ruka Kaylani match just looks like a bunch of coordinated gymnastics when that match literally looked like Ricochet and Will Ospreay.
I mean, it was like literally mapped off of that.
Exactly. Like, call a spade a spade. That's a great match. 100%. Those women did incredible.
Yeah. And it's like, these are two women who coming into the Performance Center had just zero wrestling experience. They're doing that. Like, give them a couple years and they're going to be good. Like,
and then you got Jada Parker, who she might not be as good as them in the ring, but she talks better than anyone over there. She's incredible in that regard, and she's good in the ring enough. She's great. You have Lola Vice, who beat Shayna Baszler, who can actually fight, and like Lola Vice is incredible. Of course, you have Roxanne Perez, which now I could say maybe Roxanne might be the weakest of this new generation. That's how good the women's is over there. You got Lash Legend, who's great. Finley or Haley Finley, or I'm forgetting her name, but she's great. You got that young girl who's just 19 years old for Chase U. Like you're saying, the women's division at NXT is incredible. And got to give props to Lola Vice and Roxanne. That match was great too.
Really good. I've also haven't been the biggest Oba fan. I am now.
Did he convert you? Yeah,
I am now. Him and Wesley were
Oba
great.
Is great, and I'm so happy because I'm glad Wesley lost, because now Wesley, I don't know if you watched the past NXT this past Tuesday.
I saw the clip.
So Wesley was like, I don't know what to do now. I think I'm going to quit rep. And then right when he was about to say that, the Rascals come out, baby. Yep. Zachary Wentz and fucking Trey Miguel. They're redoing the Rascals. And I know Zachary Wentz feels so redeemed because he got fired from there for a false accusation, which was proven to be false. And he had to pick his life together. And now being back at NXT, you could see the happiness on his face with the Rascals. I don't know what they're going to do, but I definitely know if the Rascals contracts come up, they're definitely going to NXT. They're on the WWE too.
Yeah, they got a good pop too.
Mm-hmm. And then Zachary Wentz saying he wants to bring the tag team back. They may beat Ace and Bay and win the TNA champs.
There's a lot of things cooking down
that could happen, yeah. And I want Ace and Bay to come to NXT now, bro.
Yeah. But last but not least, you mentioned Ethan Page,
my boy.
Match. I mean, pretty damn close to a 5-star match. That was, I loved it.
And what a great way to not make Trick look weak as well.
Dude, Trick was
he was killing.
He's the one knocking people out. He's the one breaking up pinfalls.
That was his best match, honestly, in the ring.
It's up there where, like he like, okay, going back to where I said like Braun didn't lose the match, Sammy won. Trick didn't lose this match. Trick did everything in his damn power to win this match. And when it's 1 versus 3, even if you're the best, you can't win it. And I just thought how everything played out was fantastic. It made, even though I love Ethan Page, he's probably the best mic worker in NXT probably right now. It's close, but like he's definitely top tier. Putting it on him is going to be so much fun. Seeing how Trick tries to come back from this, because now Joe Henry is in the mix because he was his tag partner and they won, and Joe Henry got the pin and not Trick. I think there's just so much building in NXT where it's gonna be so much fun. That 4-way match was chef's
great.
kiss.
Yeah. And it just, for me, as you know, in this pod, I've always championed Ethan Page, and I just know that guy has it, man. He can talk in the ring. He's great. NXT didn't have any more heels when they lost Braun and Mello, and it's like, this guy is perfect. I don't think Trick should get the belt for a while. Let Ethan dominate him and mess him up, and when Trick wins it back, it's like, oh, he's a megastar, and then Ethan can go to the main roster.
Yep. I think there's a lot of great. That's the thing. I love, this is the same thing. I'm gonna make a take with anime. I love not knowing what the next episode is going to show me. When I know what's going to happen, when it's so tropey, when it's so cookie cutter, where it's so bland, and where I know it's going to happen, that's where it loses my interest.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're going to do in NXT. I know who's going to be involved, but I don't know.
But I have no idea what's going to happen. No, 100%.
That's what I love. So I mean, I'm probably more invested in NXT now than I am in the main roster. Like, it is. I think at the end of the year, when we do our year of the war, like end of the year awards, that Shawn Michaels needs to be in top
no,
for
100%.
Booker of the Year.
100%.
He's killing it. Doing
He is showing job. He is showing why he's great.
Yeah.
Like, and I think, and to your point, like, he might be a better booker than Triple H as of today, July 10th.
I mean, what he is doing with NXT, with what I think, okay. It's like on paper, like this is what you got to work with. Can you turn sand into diamonds? And I think he's doing that. And like, I think that shows what him and his team at NXT is doing. So shout out to Shawn Michaels. NXT is on fire.
It's great.
I know a lot of people have been saying NXT has been great for months. I haven't been on it. I'm on it now. You know, the best time to grow a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today.
Yeah.
I'm growing my tree.
I like that.
I'm invested. So shout out to everything at NXT. Absolutely stole WWE's weekend with Heatwave. Just a fantastic pay-per-view.
I'm with you. All right. Let's get to our Forbidden Door predictions. Go ahead, sir.
All right. We had 9 matches that we did predictions for. I went 7-2. Lynn, you went 8-1.
Pete, I didn't think that was gonna happen because me and AEW have not been doing well this year.
The only match you got wrong and I also got wrong was Moxley. We both picked him to win, where Naito got the W, which I still think is a little confusing.
I thought John Moxley should have won. The way you explained it is perfectly right, and it's like, what is he going to be doing in the G1?
Yeah, so like I don't know if he's not like, I don't know if you like fake an injury or something, but I don't like the person who like. How do I put it this way? I guess I don't like it when he's in. I just didn't think that he should hold it while he's in the G1. I think he should have won G1.
No, you made perfect sense. And I think honestly, if you have it to where he wins the G1 and beats Moxley, it's like that's bigger. I don't think they were thinking long term. I think they were thinking, oh, we gave Moxley a win. We got to give our guy a win right back. But I don't think that builds new stars because if anyone wins the G1, it's like, do we care about Sonata? Do we care about some of these other people? It's like, no, build this up. Let Moxley hold it so you have a star guy gene, and whoever takes it away from him is a star. That was a chance to build a young guy. Naito didn't need it, honestly.
Yeah, I know this is like probably 5 years too early, but give Ren Narita the belt.
Hey, look, you could have had him or Shota Umino win the G1 and it would have been huge, bro.
Oh, I would have.
And if Shota wins, like he was Moxley's protege, and then you have that Rocky storyline. So it's like, no, I'm better than the mentor. And it's like, let's go.
Yeah, Ren Narita still 5 years away for that, but like
I think New Japan made a mistake, and I just don't think they push the right button, and that's why they don't have a lot of stars today. Because of shit like this.
Yeah, like I get it, but like I don't get it. The other match that I got wrong was Tony Storm versus Shirakawa for Mina.
And you're kind of right, because at the end they became a faction.
I don't like it. I don't like because like I think they're super fun as a trio, like afterwards and all the stuff. I think I like the messiness more than like
being
the friendship.
Yeah, I agree. But I think the messiness will come back because what happens if Mariah May wins the Owen Cup and she's fighting?
She won her last match.
Oh, right? She won it. She beat. That was tonight. Let me see.
She beat Willow.
She beat Willow. Oh, well then the mess is back, brother, because she's gonna fight Tony at All In if she won.
So okay, so maybe we get a little mess, but
because I think Shirakawa's going to choose her and make her fight Tony for real, and we may see Tony lose. Honestly.
Okay, I guess at the time, then I guess in hindsight, now that we know that Mariah won,
it's
a little different. But at the time, I was like, I don't really like that.
Also, it's because Chris Statlander caused Willow to lose, so now you're going to get Chris Statlander versus Willow at All In. They should make that a cage match. They should do something.
They need to beat this shit
Hell in the Cell type shit. Yeah, facts. 100%.
But that brings our record for the year. I'm 38-16. Lynn, you are 41-13. So you got 3 games on me. What were your thoughts on the pay-per-view?
I liked it. I don't think it was the best Forbidden Door. I think it might have been from this is our third Forbidden Door as a podcast, correct?
Yeah, this is probably the second best for me.
I was going to say this is either the second or just last since we've done podcasts because, they had some great matches, but then they had some matches that were just a little boring to me.
Yeah. No,
I'm pulling up the results right now so
I agree. I think that there were some I would say for the most part they were good. There was one that was absolutely incredible. There
were many mid to bad matches, if any.
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's any bad matches. I would say this is like a very solid pay-per-view with one absolutely incredible match. I don't know if you want to jump into it right away.
Yeah, let's do it. We can start for example, MJF versus Hechicero. We knew what the fuck that was gonna be. Like that match was boring, bro.
I didn't. I think it was a good opening match.
Yeah. But it was just like, MJF dominates.
Yeah. It's just like you kind of know what's going to happen. Give us a show. I think they did. It
definitely showed us Hechicero's skills. I'll give him that for sure.
For somebody who has never seen his matches before, I thought I enjoyed what I saw from him. I enjoyed the match for the majority of it. It was just like really. I think it was a pretty good opening match.
What would you give it? Let's out of 5. How many Lucha Mass or MJF steps
for an opening match? This is like I'll give it a 3.
Okay, we're on the same page because I was thinking like 2.8, 3, anywhere between 2.8 and 3. So I'm gonna just go a solid 2.9 MJF gritty steps.
Okay. Actually, my least favorite match was the Learning Tree versus.
Oh well, let's jump right in. We'll just keep going down. I just thought the best one for last.
Yeah, I thought this was just bland. No, what the kids are saying these days, there's no aura.
No aura.
I thought it was just like a very pretty. It did
minus
seem like a
1,000 aura. Yeah, it seemed like a dynamite match.
It was a dynamite match, and it was just like, man,
it's exactly what we talked about. Like Chris Jericho is using his pull to put himself on these things, and it's like that match did not need to be on Forbidden Door, bro.
Nope. I will say shout out for the pre-show match. They
were better than that. The Lucha Bros.
My god, that match was so good.
You called it 100%.
I was like, this is a pre-show match. That match was like
the Learning Tree should have been on the pre-show, and that match should have been there.
That was a 4-star match. This was like a 1.5.
Yep.
Like it was whatever.
Literally, I'm right there with you. 1.5 worst match of the night for me.
Pretty whatever. Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. I enjoyed this one. I mean, these are two like ballers. Shingo is a top.
Like honestly, that match showed me that Shingo needs to be a champion over New Japan. That dude's good.
He was once.
Okay, but it should be over Naito because that dude's young. Like let's
I don't think Shingo Takagi is young.
Damn.
How old is Shingo?
My bad. I thought he was younger. I thought he was.
He's 41.
Oh damn! So he's like LA Knight.
Good for 41.
He does. I thought he was like Roman and Cody, like late 30s, like getting into the prime. But he's like LA Knight. Like
he's
42.
in good shape. He's big. I really enjoy Shingo Takagi. This match was. Not every one match got the time it deserved. This match was like if they had like 5 more minutes, I think it could have been great. But like just really solid overall, just brute force lariats and the grappling and everything. This is like a 3.5 for me.
Yeah, I was about to say this is like a 3.6, 3.7. I'm right there with you. 3.7 berserko knees.
Okay, I like that. Zack Sabre versus Orange Cassidy.
We called it.
This was my pick. This was my pick for match of the night. Prior to watching this, love this match. I knew they were gonna kill it. They have great chemistry. The difference in styles with Zack Sabre can do anything.
Yeah, he showed he's not just a grappler. He can fight. He can scrap. He does it all, baby.
I really do want Zack Sabre to win the G1. I think this is like his 8th G1.
He's their new Gaijin star, like with no Jay White, with no Will Ospreay. Put the jetpack on Zack Sabre and let him fly to the fucking moon. Because I gave this a 4, Pete.
Oh, yeah. There's probably a 4. But like for New Japan, he runs TMDK. Shane Hayes resigned with New Japan. Like TMDK is not going anywhere. Like
they're not going to AEW. They're staying.
Yeah. So it's like, make TMDK what you like United Empire
and Bullet
should
Club,
be, because
yeah,
United Empire is essentially dead in New Japan.
It is. So like, because who's the leader? Like that guy with the mask, that dinosaur
the Great O'Khan is probably technically the leader. Look, Kyle Fletcher's not over there.
Nope.
Will Ospreay's not over there.
The guy with the beard's not there anymore either, the big guy.
Yeah, it's probably Great O'Khan. We kind of mentioned it. Moxley versus Naito. I did really like this match.
It. Yeah, it was good.
Really good match. I just didn't like the outcome.
I'm a Moxley guy.
Sense, but Moxley, I think this is like the third or fourth time Moxley and Naito have battled, and they've always done great. Like
Moxley continues to show why he's the ace of AEW and why he's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yep. And I mean, Naito, I will never get sick of Naito. I think he's super fun. He's like the opposite of John Cena, where like he always needs to be a heel. Yeah. He can never turn face, even if the people love him.
Would you give him this out of 5?
I did like the Zack Sabre Jr. match a little bit more. So I'm gonna give this like a 3.75, but this was like a really good match.
So I gave Shingo Takagi and Bryan Danielson a 3.7. I gave Zack Sabre a 4. I'm gonna give this a 3.9.
Okay, I did like this.
My guy.
I did like this more than the Danielson match.
Me too.
I really enjoyed it. We touched on Tony Storm and Mina. It was fun. It was a solid match.
I give it a 3. Solid. You know,
I give it like a 2.5. I really didn't like the ending. It was fine. Mercedes and Stephanie Vakir.
Vakurso, she's a baller, bro. Yep. She can go. That was the best women's match of the night, in my opinion.
Very, very good women's match.
And Mercedes showed why she deserves that money. Like, she is good as Mercedes, still a dog. And I'm glad that instead of having Britt go after Tony, they're making the TBS belt, if not as important as AEW, might be a little bigger, because DMD going after that's huge.
Yeah, her coming back after the match, setting that up, which is, I think, is perfect, because I think the storyline that you got with the main is going.
It's great. Yeah, they have their own story going on.
It really doesn't matter like which belt they're going after, as long as they're going after each other. Really like the pace of this match.
Vakur, bro, speed. She can slow it down. The strength she has. Yep. That woman is in high fly. She can battle. Like, she showed everything, and I understand why WWE wanted to sign her.
Yep, and this was my first match of seeing her, and I thought this was a great showcase for her.
Me too.
I'm gonna give it like a 3.25.
So I thought this was the best women's match. I enjoyed it a little bit more than Bryan Danielson and Shingo Takagi. So I'm gonna go 3.75, right above it.
Right on. Then we had the 6-way match, which I fucking called
perfectly.
We had to be determined. I said on the podcast, this will be some random New Japan person like El Phantasmo.
Perfect call.
El Phantasmo.
You literally called that and the Elite versus the Acclaimed. Everything that happened with Tanahashi and I'm blanking on his name. I'm looking at with Okada, and then the fact that you call El Phantasmo and how that match, you called those two matches to a T.
Yeah. So Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe versus Jack Perry versus Dante Martin versus Leo Rush versus El Phantasmo. It was okay. Yeah, it was fine. I think I was expecting
more.
I think I was expecting more. I feel like if I didn't have such high expectations, I would have enjoyed this match more.
Yeah, I expected more of Mark Briscoe craziness. I expected more Leo Rush craziness.
He had a botch spot on the like a table spot where I don't know if he was supposed to go through, but he was supposed to break the table.
And it did not.
It ended up just being like a hammer punch. And I was like, okay, like I get that it was like really high up and they probably could have been dangerous, but like,
don't do it if
you missed.
Yeah, facts.
You missed.
Facts. This is in the 2s for me, like a 2.
Yeah, high
5. 2. Yeah, high, like 2 between 2.5 and 2.8. Like I'm thinking 2.7. Yeah.
I think I'll go 2.75. Like it was
okay.
It was
and we knew Jack Perry was
El Phantasmo because I love El Phantasmo. He's one of the most, him and Master Naito, or not Naito, not what's his name? Hold on. Master.
While you look that up, Takeshita had a crazy spot, bro. That thing where he sent that dude through the table. Takesha's incredible. I hope he has
Master Wato.
Master Wato.
Master Wato in New Japan. Him and El Phantasmo are the two most underrated New Japan wrestlers. I love Master Wato, but the problem with Master Wato is he looks like a dork. He looks like an absolute dork.
Like a wrestler.
He's so good. He's crazy how good his name is Master Wato, which is a terrible name.
And he looks whack.
But I'm telling you, Master Wato is fantastic.
But yeah, how do you feel about Takesha? Takesha had a great spot in that match. Like, I thought Takesha was the MVP of the ladder match.
Very good. Knew he wasn't winning because he's going to the G1. I hope he does really well in the G1.
Yeah, I think he should go far in the G1, me personally.
I think he should, like, I think they do 8 or 9 matches. I think he should go something like 7-2.
Okay.
Like, that's how
I'm not mad at that.
Perform at that. But yeah, was he the MVP?
It wasn't Jack Perry. Jack Perry just stood around.
Yeah, I'd say for this type of it's just, I wasn't super high in the match anyway, so no, like, yeah, he probably was the MVP. Yeah, for sure. This might be a hot take. Okay, the Elite versus Scissor Ass. I didn't like this match.
No, me neither. All right, yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties. Had to hit the bathroom real quick. Did not like the Acclaim. You literally called that match. You were like, Takesha just can't. I mean, not Takesha. Tanahashi just can't go anymore, bro.
He can't. There was nothing that was like blowing me away with what was in the ring. Like, you have the Bucks, the Young Bucks, and Okada on a team. I'm expecting fireworks, and
it
like,
wasn't. It was mid.
It wasn't like it was coming up on 4th of July weekend. Give me those fireworks. I got
on the boot. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. It was like
average. Troy Ave.
Average. Yeah, Tanahashi can't go like he used to. I was severely disappointed.
And the Acclaim really didn't do much either.
No, man. I
literally think, like we said, they set the Acclaim up so they lose it, so they beat them for the tags at All In. Like, but I just thought the Acclaim should have looked better than that. Like, I
agree.
Like, Max Caster, you know, somebody called him today because Maximum Male Models are going to AEW, and he called him the Marty Jannetty of the 2, and they might be right, bro.
Yo, and Mansoor is clowning on him, and he's clowning on him hard. It's which, if that sets up to be something, I'm all for that. Yeah, that's really good. But speaking of this match, this is like, man, do I get?
Are you going in the ones?
Nah, I'll say it's a 2.
Yeah. I agree. I know, I forget which one I said was the worst one, but now that we're bringing this up, that one is not the worst one. This is. I'm with you. 2.
I still think Learning Tree was the worst.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. We said Learning Tree. Yeah, Learning Tree is the worst because we gave that one in the 1s. You're absolutely right. I thought we said something else. No, Learning Tree was worse than this. This is just a 2. Learning Tree was a 1-5. Trash.
Last match, though. I'm going to say it right now. Through 7 months, Ospreay and Swerve.
Match of the year. It's
incredible.
Mine as of now, too.
Absolutely incredible. I know people were... I think the Ospreay Danielson match is technically the highest star rating this year. I personally think that match is a little overrated.
I agree.
This match was so...
I just think of the spot where Swerve dodged the hidden blade and he basically did a gymnastics like Neo layback from the Matrix type shit.
There's so many like memories. There's like a whole like routine that they did where like Will Ospreay did like the backflip off of his chest into dodging shit. He had the double stomps onto the announcer table, which was I thought that was nuts because it was like
the breakup of the Don Callis family too. Him saying I don't want the screwdriver.
He was setting up for like this double stomp, and then like Will kind of moves. He's like, I'm not gonna do it, but he's like, nah, I am gonna do it, and just fucking whomped him. Just man,
it was just great, and I like what Cultaholic released something where Will Ospreay was like, I wanted this match to show how good Swerve is. I don't know if Cultaholic should have released this where Will told Tony he's okay with losing. Like, that's something we didn't need to know, but it shows how good of a leader Will is and like how much this guy is crucial for AEW because he could have Hulk Hogan and said, no, I don't want to win. And that would have ruined, no, I don't want to lose. And that would have ruined a lot of stuff. But by having Swerve win, it just makes Ospreay that much more, wow, this guy's great. But it solidifies Swerve's run because now Swerve's getting ready to face, which I don't agree with, Pete, because Hangman lost, but I think they're going to put Hangman on Team Elite for the Blood and Guts Team Elite versus Team AEW thing. I think Hangman will fight Swerve at some point, maybe after the championship. But to have Swerve versus Bryan at All In, we're solidifying Swerve as a top champion. Got to give Tony Khan his props because I said he didn't know how to book, or he booked black wrestlers bad. This is what we wanted, Tony. You're showing that you respect Swerve. And if you have Swerve beat Bryan Danielson at All In, my goodness, talk about this. You talk about believing in a guy. There's no more you could do for Swerve at that point.
Yep. I mean, I think Swerve is on a incredible run. He was in my match of the year last year with Hangman.
Yeah, he was. He was our match of the year with the death match. Yeah.
And now this is right now the front runner for my match of the year. Like it was everything I was looking for in this match. The near counts, the storytelling with, like you said before, the screwdriver with the Don Callis family. And, with Will giving it everything you got in this, like, I don't have the time in front of me, but it's probably close to 30 minutes of a match. It's like, if you lose like that, it's like, it's fine.
And then I love that the end where Swerve took his head and was like, I love you, brother, type shit. And like, that shows like these two guys, like, forget kayfabe. At this moment, I love you for what you did for me. Thank you. I respect you. We're the two best wrestlers in the world. And I love that type of shit.
Yep. Just two absolute elite masters of their craft. This was an easy 5-star for me.
Yep. 5.
Easy. Incredible. Best match of the year. Oh, so good.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Shout out to Swerve. So right now, we will do quickly, before we get out of here, where we think AEW is going, where we think WWE is going to finish off the show. Right now, Swerve, we know, is going against Danielson. Do you see Swerve losing that? Because I think now, at this point, whenever, at any pay-per-view, he could lose, and I'm okay with it from this point onward. How do you think it happens at All In? Or do you think he beats Bryan Danielson, solidifies the reign, and then loses after that?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, it's weird because I could see Bryan winning to finish off his career, like having.
Yeah, if I had to bet right now, I would say no.
Ooh, okay.
But we'll see how
that changes.
Out.
Yeah,
but right now I'll say no, he doesn't lose.
Okay. Next thing, why is MJF facing Ospreay on Dynamite next week? And why is this not an All In?
Great question. Do you have the answer for that? Because I do not.
Maybe, okay, so this is what I was thinking, because I was waiting to talk about this with you. Maybe it's they fight now, some dirty shit happens, and they keep having these run-ins all the way into All In, where they finally face it All In, but it's like, damn, they're facing for the International Championship, but I guess it elevates that belt and makes that belt that much better, because they do need a belt on Collision that is like the championship, and they need one for Dynamite. So I'm guessing this is this is Seth Rollins' belt. This is the Gunther belt type situation. Only way I can understand this, Pete, is if some shenanigans happen on Wednesday and they continue the story. But if one of them wins outright, well, let me not say that, because if MJF wins, Will Ospreay can come back and redeem himself. But if Will Ospreay wins on Wednesday, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I got way how to put it out. Like, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'll trust the process on this.
Let it cook.
These are two elite people. Like, I'll let it cook.
Now, my next question for AEW before we switch to WWE: what's up with Hangman? Do you think they're waiting for Swerve to drop the belt before they do the finishing of that story? Because I do think Hangman will be on Team Elite to face Swerve, and that will build up some stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, man, Hangman's promos are going crazy right now.
Oh, he's so much better. Heel Hangman is the way.
It's really good. Maybe give him some wins first. I don't know. It's just like build him up a little bit. Make him
a little weird.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind him. Like, I wouldn't mind Hangman if he's the one to beat Swerve. I think storyline wise, that makes sense. Is that the plan though?
I don't know if that's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, yeah. See,
because I was confident that Hangman was going to be Bryan, but now that Bryan went, it's like, damn, are they giving Bryan his final title shot to finish out his career?
Like I guess he's a heel, the Elite's heel, so he could join Team Elite for sure.
Yeah, I definitely see that happen.
Man,
it's weird.
It is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like when we're reading like a book. And like we read the first chapter, and we're trying to predict like what's going to happen. It's like, I don't know, maybe we should read the next chapter. So it's like, we got weeks of content ahead of us to figure this stuff out.
Good thing that this isn't happening until the end of August, which is all in. So we have plenty of time when you get back to discuss. But it's just something interesting that I want to put on the table for right now for everyone to think. And after Dynamite next week, while Pete's away, I will do a video on what happens with MJF and Ospreay, because this is super interesting right now. Yeah. Also, damn, poor Danny Garcia. Like, MJF beat the shit out of him.
Yep. R.I.P. Bozo.
Are you happy that heel MJF is back?
100%.
Okay.
Yes. He's a huge factor of me watching AEW.
Do you not think he could have survived as a tweener? Because I do think it's interesting that they made him babyface, and then it's like, no. We're going back heel.
I kind of like it. I think because like he kind
of sucked as a babyface. Would you say?
Not that, but like I always think back. They were in Buffalo for like a Dynamite or something. Mm-hmm. He came out of Josh Allen jersey.
Yeah, I remember that, and he pandered to the crowd.
And he was so over as a face, but then at the end, he's just like, "You people are so stupid. Like, you believe anything I tell you." Like he's just.
He's better as a heel.
I like face MJF for like a month.
And then you need the heel back. No,
I need heel MJF. This that tombstone he gave, just was
perfect.
Him. Just
perfect. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Give me and honestly, it works better because you have babyface. You have the best babyface in Will Ospreay. Like, you do not need MJF to be a babyface when you have Ospreay, and then you don't need him to be a tweener because Swerve's already like the tweener of AEW. So it's like, no. Let MJF be a full heel, just like Hangman Adam Page. Which is going to be interesting is when Adam Cole comes back, does he come back as a heel? Because Undisputed Kingdom is so dead, it's not even funny.
Yeah,
they're done.
Man, yeah, we'll see how. I mean, Adam Cole's Adam Cole, so like
he'll always be over. But it's like, I don't know if y'all could do that heel faction thing anymore. Like, it'll be interesting to see.
That will be interesting to see. I don't know, because again, they might be forced to go face, and I don't think it'll work.
But the only way I see it is if they do it to where Kyle O'Reilly convinces them to change his ways, because they kept Kyle O'Reilly babyface, and I think that could be their entry. But it's like you said, it's just going to be interesting to see. But who knows, man? Adam Cole is so far away from coming back. Like, it could be this year, it could be next year. Like, I just pray that the guy's okay, because when you find out what happened to Britt Baker, the fact that she had a stroke and couldn't move the right side of her body, it's like, whoa, I didn't know she was going through that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like that's intense. All right, let's switch to WWE, the other side. Man, I think the most interesting thing with WWE right now, I don't think Cody's going to lose to Solo at SummerSlam. I don't see that happen.
No way.
I think if Cody fights Solo, Roman Reigns is coming out at SummerSlam.
I still think it's too early.
You think it's too early? Well, then
I don't think Roman should come back.
Someone has to come, or maybe the Usos, but Solo cannot be like, you know what I'm saying? Solo's not beating Cody at SummerSlam. So who's coming out? That's the question. Is it the Usos? Because Jimmy's been away. It could be The Rock, but I think The Rock's on Solo's side, so it's like, Who? It might be The Rock. It might be The Rock. If it's not Roman, it has to be one of either The Rock or the Usos.
I don't think Roman's coming back to like
Mania or early. Some people said Netflix day one. They saving him for Raw or the big Netflix premiere.
That's because Cena already said that he's gonna be on day one, so that might be big enough.
Because I think The Rock's coming back for day one too. I think it's good. They're pulling out all the stops for Netflix.
The Rock 100 because Rock has ownership in WWE now.
True. So he's the reason why the deal kind of happened.
Yeah. So like you're 100% like he'll be there.
So you think it's too early for Roman? Roman's a Royal Rumble. But see, my thing is you got to have Roman back in time to build the War Games.
I don't think you need Roman.
You don't think you need Roman? Oh, okay.
I don't think you need Roman for it. I think Roman could show up near Royal Rumble, and
then you have. Oh, so are you doing Roman solo at WrestleMania? Then that's the question.
No, I would do Roman Rock at WrestleMania.
Okay, so my thing is, if you're doing Roman Rock, then you have to have it to where Roman comes back with enough time to where it's like, okay, Rock's in charge of this other bloodline.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying Roman SummerSlam, and then you have Rock start to trickle back in after
I think it's too early. I just think it's too early. I think you do Roman. I think you set Roman Rock in 3 months.
Okay.
Between Rumble and WrestleMania.
And WrestleMania.
And you can build that up. And then you do Roman Cody at 42. And do that again.
Because I do think whenever Rock comes, I think if no matter what, I think Rock and Cody happens at SummerSlam. Not this year, next year. Because Rock said his first thing of business before he wants to take Cody at some point. So I'm so torn, man, because the way I'm envisioning this is Rock. See, this is really how I'm envisioning it, honestly.
Okay.
Roman comes back at SummerSlam. Cody wins. You have it to where now the bloodline isn't focusing on Cody. You have it to where they're focusing on Roman. You have Roman solo back and forth for the rest of the year. You have it to where they do the Civil War. Roman thinks it's over. Day one of Netflix. Rock comes back. Rock tells him, no, it's not over. Solo wasn't in charge. You build, like you were saying, all the way to WrestleMania. I think Rock wins the first one, my brother. You have it to where Rock wins.
You got it,
Cody's still the champion. You have it Rock and Cody for the championship at SummerSlam. Maybe Rock wins and gets the championship, and you build all the way to next year where you have Roman and Rock 2. Roman takes the championship from The Rock. And at next WrestleMania, that way, and you remember how I said that Roman distracts the bloodline from Cody starting at SummerSlam all the way until Rock beats him at next SummerSlam. At that point, you start to build Cody for Randy and Cody to take place at WrestleMania. Because what I realized is every week they have Randy peering over at that belt. And I don't think Randy and Cody, I don't think Triple H feels that that's a small time pay-per-view. I think that is a SummerSlam, WrestleMania, only those two type deals. And if you build it from SummerSlam to WrestleMania and have Randy and Cody happen there, that's a money match, man.
I mean, hearing it out your lips, it sounds really good.
That's my prediction right now. It could change, of course, with everything we've seen, because I don't know. Let me ask you next. So you think Drew, Punk, and Seth happens at SummerSlam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Who would you have winning that?
Is Punk cleared?
Okay, so he is just about he's not wearing the brace anymore. He said the only reason why they're protecting him. So I think he's cleared by SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? I think his first match back will be SummerSlam.
So if it's Drew,
or right before then.
If it's Drew, Punk, and Seth, I think Seth wins.
Okay.
And that way you can have. I mean, I think you can get Seth. I think you could you can have it sort of similar to how the NXT match where we're Trick Ethan, and Ethan fell on what on.
You're saying Punk's gonna get a cheap win over Drew?
I think you could do Drew Claymore's Punk. And then while Drew is getting up, he gets curb stomped, and then Seth pins Punk or something like that.
I like that.
And then Drew be like, "I had you, Punk. I had you," or something along. Or you could do Punk GTS's Drew if you can, and then Seth curb stomps Punk or something. Where it's you could set up where it's I had you, but then this dude got me in my way. Now I just want you.
Honestly.
Blah, blah, blah.
That way, the way you're saying, it gets Seth out of the Punk sphere for right now. And you could bring Seth versus Gunther and have that over there while you finish Punk and Drew. And if Punk wins, you could have him come out and be like, Seth, you're not escaping me this time for the belt. Let's run it back. Honestly, I like that because you got to get Seth out of there. And I guess the final thing I'll ask you before we got to hear, Rhea Ripley's back, baby.
Yeah, Mommy's back.
Dom was about to make out with Liv, bro. It was crazy on Monday Night Raw. I was like, holy shit, he beat Ray. Rhea could never let him beat Ray. And I think that's brilliant that they chose that. Because with Rhea, he never beat Ray. That was the only thing he wanted. And Liv gave it to him. And he was about to succumb to it. And then, boy, Rhea comes back. It's like, mommy, pushing him. Do you think that this splits up Judgment Day? Because I saw someone predict something. Because Dom never really succumbed to Liv. He was always pushing her back. But JD and Finn accepted her. Are we getting JD and Finn and Liv versus Damian, Dom, and Rhea?
Oh.
And they break up the Judgment Day that way.
Yo, I like that a lot.
When I saw it, I forget who I saw it on Twitter from, but shout out to them. Yeah, I like that a lot too.
And then Rhea can run Judgment Day.
I can run the Dom, the Dom, Damian faction.
Yeah.
And even then,
like winner gets Judgment Day type of thing.
Yeah, and look, even crazier, you could have it to where Rhea and them win, and then later down the line, when Rhea and Dom face Liv, if you want Rhea to be the ultimate babyface, after that win, you could have it to where that was all a part of Liv's plan, and Dom screws Rhea, chooses Liv, and then now Rhea's a babyface on her own, having to climb, which I think was beautiful because Dom can't be a babyface. At some point, you have to have Dom choose Liv, and then Rhea's the ultimate babyface. Damian then doesn't have to be a heel anymore, and then Damian's a face now, and it's like, okay, Judgment Day is through. It's just Rhea and Damian versus Liv, Dom, JD and Finn.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
That's where I'm at. But you have to have it to where Rhea believes Dom and they win the first match versus Liv. And then whenever Rhea's comfortable with Dom again, you have it to where Dom betrays Rhea for Liv.
Yo, normally I have like my own twist on that thing. What you said was perfect. I want exactly what you said. That was great.
Yes,
I want that.
Yes, I'm with it, man. Because honestly, that's the second best story in WWE behind Drew and Punk. It's Liv and Rhea right now.
Based off YouTube views, it might be number one.
Honestly, it could be legitimately.
I think the Mommy Return had like 3 million views today.
After
24 hours or something, or like
and Pete,
48 hours.
I think you're absolutely right. I think it got bigger. I thought it was at like 85 million across everything. No, wait, look,
across everything.
Across everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you had like TikTok and Instagram.
No, 100%. I wasn't just talking. Just no.
I think you're talking about Facebook. I was like, there's no way.
No,
85 million views on Facebook.
Let me see, because I think it's 100%. What I was saying is across everything. And I think it's 85 million, bro, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, legit 85 million across all social feeds. Which is TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, which is huge, man. That's fucking huge.
That is huge.
Like, holy shit. It just shows how big Rhea and Liv are. But that's pretty much everything I got, Pete, for you this before you go on break. Enjoy yourself. I guess the last thing I'll say is, all right, just give me a prediction, because we see WWE using Melo, Ilya, and Braun a lot. Who will be the first one of the three that gets a championship belt?
I think Melo's too, even though I think he's good, I think right now he's
being on SmackDown hurts him.
I think he's in a weird spot.
Because he's not winning the US. That's LA Knight. He's not beating Cody. He's not in a tag team. It's hard for him over there on SmackDown. It really is.
I think Ilya's money. I think he's okay. I think he's absolute money. I think his look right now is just insane.
Oh yeah, he's killing it.
Insane. He has
the most aura of the three right now.
He looks like
a czar, like a king.
Yeah, like a czar, or like a really, I don't know, like a John Wick villain. He looks like $1 million.
Yeah, he does. And the John Wick villain that wears the cape with the fucking fur, and he takes it off, and it's like, time to go, bad motherfucker. Yeah.
I hope he wins Intercontinental or US champion.
See, I'm picking Braun though. I think Braun is like, he's a monster right now.
I think Braun is the correct answer. I just want it to be
Ilya. I feel that. That's how I want Melo, but I just know it's not. Like, I think Ilya's going to win one before Melo, just based on the situations.
Yeah, it sucks because, like...
But they have Melo and Ilya going on speed now, which is like, no, not my beautiful kings, no.
Yeah.
Get off of there. That's where characters go to die.
I think, like, I know this will be like years, like a couple years down the road, but like if him and Trick got back together and wanted to be tag team champs, like they would be I like
unstoppable.
I do think Melo's first belt is a tag belt.
Okay, real like Waller and like Waller's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Hell yeah, Pete. Well, that's pretty much everything, my brother. Tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
Yeah, best way to find me is on my anime podcast on Twitter. It's What You Say Annie. What Do You Say ANI on Twitter? Otherwise, join the Discord.
Hell yeah. Make sure you follow Pete. Make sure you join his Discord. Join our Discord that we share on the Bros Who Think. You can find all the links to all of that in the video description or the audio description, wherever you get podcasts. Shout out to everybody. 42 episodes in. We're not slowing down. Now that I'm in my new house, be on the lookout because we're going to start streaming after Raw and after SmackDown to start. Then we'll pick it up to Dynamite based upon the views. That will start next week. Yeah, let me look at the date because I already have it planned.
Next week, maybe.
No, I got you. It is going to start next Friday on SmackDown. So it gives me a week so everything's ready. On July 19th, that will be the first after SmackDown stream, and then it'll continue on Raw on the 22nd. So be on the lookout for all of that. And we'll have episodes while Pete's away. We'll have interviews with some of the best wrestling creators in the market. Follow me at LynBWT. Follow the Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Make sure you follow Pete. Make sure you check out his podcast. Pete, be safe, my brother. And we'll talk to you when you get back in August. Until then, have a good one and peace.